Assalamu alaikum, Mohammed.
Wa alaikum salam, Hossam.
So, just to follow on our talks before, so one of the things now for the young people with really like they're being shifted to like playing games, doing tattoos, doing things, and this is really to them become like like shopping, buying sneakers. So this become really like something like really like shifted to them that really they start to lose attention to other important things. So what do you think is happening, and really like they start to encourage each other to do this?
Yeah, I mean, it's a very extreme, difficult thing because these things make people happy, right? When you play, when you're spending money on video games or buying shopping. But I think the biggest thing when it comes to this lifestyle, it's a form of an escape, right? It's like a stress reducer. You're in the mall all day, you're just spending, buying all these tangible items, thinking it's gonna solve your problems. But it's not in reality, because every little escape that we do, it's not going to remove those, the stressors and, those barriers behind us. So of course, kids are just going to be more attractive to that, that instead of, studying, this is just like they have a final exam in a week, they start delaying everything, right? And they go to the movies and they go play, I'll do it tomorrow, procrastinating every time. And then the night before, everything explodes on them. But I think that comes from really a lack of discipline, right? And I think that's where it's important as a young generation to start really thinking about this way, because this is going to affect our future lives. Because when you're young, you're not thinking about that. Like, I'm going to have a career, I'm going to have a job, I'm going to have a good pay, and raise a good family and travel the world. We're just looking at short term. So it really comes from the issue where there is no more long-term planning amongst the youth, and that has to change.
But with something like games, for example, like people can play games for like 10 hours, 12 hours, and even remotely they play with each other. And we never see anything coming in the media to go against this. It's just something like become popular, and we don't see the amount of time wasted with this. So what do you think about this? And
it's a huge business, and I think that's what it is. All these big, multi-billion-dollar companies are literally like hooking kids up right to the monitor. It's like they're giving you this little feeding machine, that controller, and they're there for 10, 12 hours. And they start pushing commercials and products like, Red Bull, Monster energy drinks, telling them, keep drinking, you're not gonna get tired, there's no fatigue. And it's just crazy. To me, it's a form of, form mind control. That's really what it is. When you sit someone there and they're looking at a screen for 10 to 12 hours every single day, that is the most effective mind control. And I feel like these gaming companies have done an amazing job at that, of just putting pressure on the young generation that don't worry about everything else, just escape into our virtual world, and that's really what's happening. All these kids are just lured into that life, and they don't want to deal with the real life that's behind them.
And I'm seeing actually like this actual people like now age of 30 years old, 32, 30. So it's not only like people at the age of 10 or 15. So really like with this gaming business, it's really is moving, and I see the amount of damage, but they're not bring this out.
No, absolutely. No, if it's like just a half an hour a day or 2-3 hours a week, fine. But the way the gaming industry is pushing now, they're making it into like a competitive like gaming. So now it's like, no, it's not enough I play only 3 hours. I have to play at least 7 hours to reach this level. Right? So now there's that peer pressure for them that, if I'm going to be a good gamer or a good, I have to practice at least 5-6 hours every single day, instead of putting that time in something beneficial like education or research or, going outside, exploring nature, interacting with people. So it makes people very like, in terms of like antisocial, turns them into introverts, and then these are the people that supposedly are next generation.
Yes. And if you see like really the day is 24 hours, if you see the time wasted in things like this, and the human interaction become less and less and less, there's no human interaction anymore.
Yeah, we're losing that touch. It's like the more advanced we are, the more separated we are from each other, because supposedly technology is supposed to get us together closer, right? With live TV, cell phones, you're supposed to make communication supposed to be faster. But if you look at it, it's doing completely the opposite. It's just isolating everyone in their own little bubbles.
Okay, thank you, Mohamed.
Okay, thank you very much.